All right. Hello, everyone. How are you today? It's Kay. So this is the 5th of March 2022 on Saturday. So I hope you're having a great day today, great weekend. So the markets were very active this week. We saw many trending pairs like Euro has been weak, Pound has been also weak, and AUD has been very strong. So I really got the reports by email that the some of you have won so many pips of profit. So I'm happy to hear these comments. And this is the power of the trend follow. So thank you for those who emailed me on your amazing results. So yeah, for myself also, I'm trading right now. I'm holding over the weekend a couple of pairs. I'm holding the, hold on, let me review. Since this is Saturday live stream, I'm kind of taking it easy right now. I'm holding the Euro AUD. My stop loss is placed 329 pips below the position. I'm still holding over the weekend. And in terms of Pound AUD, I take 2 trades as usual. And one of the trades, I put the stop loss 401 pips. And the other one, I put the stop loss 455 pips below the position and still holding. So this month turned out to be a very aggressive, active market and nicely trending pairs right now. So yeah, I hope you get some nice pips this week. So today's market, today's open discussion. So basically, I have no topics to talk about. So I will continue to watch the chat and whatever questions I found, whatever comments I found, I will reply or make comments. So this is an open discussion live stream today. So yeah, you can ask me any questions, whether it's Forex or other markets or Ichimoku questions. I'm open today. So yeah, let's see. Right, so let me change the screen. Okay, and before starting here, as a quick disclaimer as usual, this content is all for educational purposes only. So when you decide to take trades, please do at your own risk. And also, since this is a live stream, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. And also, these are the only official services. My webpage and YouTube, I have this one, in second channel. And also in Twitter, I have 2 accounts and everything else is fake. So if you see me in Telegram or Instagram or Facebook, basically these are all fake. So just be careful because there are so many scammers out there nowadays. So let me say hi to everyone and start to see some comments now. And thank you for joining everyone in this Saturday's live stream. So I can see that there are many new members right now. So let me briefly introduce myself. And my name is Kay, and I am a Japanese Forex trader full-time. And Forex is my main source of income. And in my YouTube channel, I share my knowledge about Ichimoku Kinko-hyo, which is the base of my strategy. And I also talk about my own strategy called KTS, which is multiple time frames analysis by Ichimoku and other indicators, and I get entries, exit with my own strategy. So the idea, the true purpose for this live stream is to help you become a non-losing trader. So I hope you learned something new on today's live stream too. Before I thought becoming profitable trader is a goal, and I thought becoming profitable trader is a main is a main achievement, I thought. But after some years of losing trades, losing years, I realized that non-losing mindset is more important than trying to make profits. Because if you are non-losing, let's say you take 20 trades per month, and if you are break-even, that means your risk management is great. So if you keep trading that way, then you will become profitable afterwards. But if you only focus to be profitable in the short term, then you might miss the point to become a non-losing trader, and you might miss the opportunity to learn the risk management skill and psychological management skill, and overall you might lose over time. So before trying to become a profitable trader, try to become a non-losing trader, because this is the best way to become a profitable trader in the future. So my YouTube channel is mainly about this. So I hope you stick to the topics until the end. Alright, so let me say hi to everyone. Alex, good to see you. Thank you for joining. He says, holding Euro AUD, swing short over the weekend as I'm up some 400 pips. Amazing trade. So yeah, that's the power of trend to follow. If you're trying to follow, then it's possible. Without placing a target, you keep trading as long as it goes. And that's basically what I do. But yeah, Alex, congratulations on your big pips, big profits. So that's nice to hear that. And for those who emailed me on your amazing results, thank you so much. So the next step for you is to be consistent on your profits. Last week, you made 400 pips, but next week you might lose. And by the end of this month, you might lose 400 pips. So never be overconfident. You know, always, no matter how much profit you make, always follow the rules and discipline. This is a key to success in the long run. So Prathis, good to see you. And Kachanikik, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Ismail and Com, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Com says, yesterday K said BTC USD down to the trend line. Well, it already there. Okay. So yeah, even if I'm right on future market directions, please don't believe myself. Please don't believe what I say in terms of future directions, because nothing is 100%. So it happens to be right, but yeah, if you can refer to it, that's okay. So please do not believe myself, and please do not believe anyone else besides yourself when it comes to analyzing the charts. All right, Adam Wong, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And let's see, Prathis says, I'm planning to buy an apartment in Burj Khalifa this year. I'm from India. We'll meet you soon. I found you by searching Burj Khalifa in YouTube. Okay, Prathis. Yeah, I will see you there when you come here in Dubai. I'm gonna be neighbor in the same building. That will be nice. All right, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Marwin, good to see you. And Ali, thank you for joining as well. And Egg Argal, good to see you too. And Mickey, thank you for joining. Good morning. All right, let's see. And TikTok, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Let's see. Arcadis, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Thank you for joining also. Mark, thank you for joining from Australia. Good to see you too. All right, Chike, thank you for joining. And Alex also, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. All right. Yeah, thoughts of the people of Ukraine. Yeah, that's right. I hope this, war will end soon. And I pray myself too. Yeah, Robert and Mark, good to see you. Mark says, how did you catch the Euro AUD 300 pips trade? So I took the Euro AUD trade this 3rd of March, and I keep holding the sell, and it's running. I fixed the 300 pips in stop loss and still trading the stop loss, still trading the profits along the way. Okay, good to see you. Let me start to get some comments now. Torres says, Kay, could you open Forex Tester and take some trades? Yeah, today my Forex Tester is not working properly, so maybe I do this on Monday. Yeah, the Forex Tester sometimes, it doesn't work for some reason, and in that case I have to restart the PC. But today I didn't have time to restart before the live stream starts, so yeah, unfortunately I cannot run it. I think I see some minor issues after upgrading from Windows 10 to 11, and it just did, right? The PC automatically upgraded to 10 to 11 without my permission, so I have many problems, and Skype sometimes disconnects. Yeah, so I'm thinking to downgrade it to Windows 10. Yeah, 1000 Memories says, please explain how and when you use Bollinger Bands in your trading strategy. Bollinger Bands, I use it in the lower time frames, and you can actually see it on my web page. If you come to my web page, hold on. Yeah, my web page, and hover over on the download and KTS trading strategy. Then you will go to this page, and in this video, I step by step talk about how I use Ichimoku higher time frames and other tools in the lower time frames. So this is purely my own strategy called KTS trading strategy, and I actually created by my own based on my experience. So this is one and only in the world with this strategy, and yeah, I have been refining the strategy for the last 8 years, and this is purely based on my own experience. Because for me, I have no mentor. Basically, I struggled myself, and I, was able to, run profits along the way. So sometimes it's nice to have a mentor, but you can't really depend on the mentor. The mentors, can monitor you and give advice, but to get down to the truth, it's really you have to trade. You can learn the best from your own trades, is what I found. So yeah, and also yeah, in trading, trading is all about facing yourself in terms of psychology and emotion. So I think the best way to learn trading is, of course, to learn from experts like myself. It's obviously great, but after some month of training, then you have to find a way to learn yourself, because I think that's the only way to survive in this rough market. All right, Yunus, good to see you. Thank you for joining. All right. Yeah, TikTok says, can you do an example with taking profit of 2 positions with a daily trend? Yeah, so let's say if you trail in the daily time frame, then I stop trading when the daily stops trending, and that's basically what I do. So just giving a brief example. So let's take the Euro USD as example. So here is the daily chart Euro USD, and I found that this is bearish. It broke the support level previously, and now it's going down. So since it's going down, Kumo is down, Kijun-sen down, Tenkan-sen down, Chikou span below candles. In this case, I trail the profit along the way. If I take the daily chart to sell, then I don't exit yet. But let's say along the way, let's say Monday, Tuesday, the market may retrace, usually when we have this big bearish candlestick, this is like oversold, and also Kumo is very thin. So next Monday, Tuesday, we might see the correction. So we might see this engulfing candle inside bars for next 2 days or 3 days. And then Kijun Sen most likely will be flat, and Kumo, Senkou Span B and A also flat. And when I see this flatness of Kumo Kijun Sen, then I look for the exit timing on these timings. Because when Kijun Sen goes flat, then the market may retrace back to Kijun Sen. So this is my exit timing. But let's say Monday, if it doesn't happen, and if the market continuously go down this way, while Kumo still, pointing down, and Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen still points down, then I still trail the profits until Kumo Kijun Sen goes flat in the daily time frame. So that's the basic concept of my how to trail and when to stop trading, when to look for the profits. So I'm a trend follower. So every day I screen chart 3 times to 5 times, and when I see the trending pair, then I look for the trading edge, and after entry, I make sure to set the break even, and then afterwards, simply I let it go. If the market reverse and hit the break even, it's fine because I don't lose anyways. Like I mentioned, non-losing is a key to success. So I make sure that every trade, not every trade, but let's say 80% or 70% of a trade, I try to trade in a way of break even or win game, because as soon as you set the break even, then you don't lose. That will be either break even or win game, and I play those games 70% or sometimes 80% of chance, and that actually keeps arriving in this way, because even if you exit, these drawdowns can be very small, and future big profits can cover my previous small losses. It's my basic concept. So that's why I make sure to keep losses small, and after setting the break even, simply I keep trading the profits along the way. All right, let's see. Andrew says, hi Kay, just wanted to know what are some criteria for you to determine if it's time to quit your day job and trade full-time Forex. In terms of transit from full-time work to Forex, depends on your performance. Let's say your performance, your return per monthly basis will be 10%, and you gain, let's say you can support yourself, your family, or perhaps your siblings, you can support them, let's say 5,000 USD per month, let's say. And then if you have established the strategy and mindset to have 10% return per monthly basis in average over the year, then you can have $50,000 on the account, on the trading account, and then you get the returns of $5,000 per month, and you can support your family. So yeah, until you see this performance, you better keep your full-time job and practice, and yeah, until you feel comfortable. And also make sure to save money to support yourself for 3 months at least. After quitting your job, you have to support yourself and make sure to save 3 months of money before you become full-time is also important. Because if you keep losing money after becoming full-time, like myself, then it will affect psychology, and it will affect emotion, and you get many stress. So Egg says, I was wondering why there's no Japanese viewer here. I think that's because they don't search anything in English in YouTube. Yeah, although I'm Japanese, I never speak Japanese in here YouTube. I only do this in English. And most of the traders in Japan are only trading and collecting information in Japanese. So let's say when I search something in Google or YouTube about the trading, about the Ichimoku, about the strategies of Forex or any markets, and then I found all Japanese language, and they most likely trade USD/JPY mainly, or JPY pairs mainly they trade. And some they trade Euro USD, but the information is very limited in terms of which pair to trade and which source they're referring to, which is all time in Japanese. And that's why there's no Japanese viewers here. Maybe there are some, but here I suggest everybody to type English in the chat, as I mentioned on the disclaimer, because if you type on other language, then if you type in Japanese, I can understand, but others cannot understand, and that is not productive. So that's another reason why you don't see any Japanese language. Alright, King Arabian says, "Hi Kay, did you try to trade gold in 1 minute time frame?" No, I don't. Gold is too spiky, and I never trade gold in 1 minute. Yeah, sometimes spread goes very wide, and you can't really trade in 1 minute. Okay, let me continue to cover some other comments now. Aung says, "Hi Kay, I also got many profit during this week. As you said, many pairs trending." That's good to hear. Good to hear. Yes, we had many opportunities on the trending pairs last week. So if you have followed my strategies and if you monitor charts, if you stick to the rules with discipline, then you should be able to run some profits. Yeah. Santiago says, "Hi Kay, have a great weekend. How do you deal with news that generate huge volatility in Forex market?" The way I deal with the market news is simply by staying away. If I cannot set break even before the news, then I will just exit with small loss or small profit and come back after the news, is how I deal with the news. Because for me, news are there and it happens as scheduled, but the thing is that we never know what kind of impact the news can give on these pairs. Even if you see positive outcome on the news, and usually currency tends to be bought by positive news, positive turnout, but sometimes it goes backwards. Sometimes the currency could be sold because if the result is negative to the market. So that's why I don't trade by the news, and I never will. Yeah, hello Melanie, good to see you. Thank you for joining. And Ross Smith, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. And Basam too, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Simple relaxation, see you too. All right. One Slow says, "I closed 1,000 pips in profit. This week, the charts were on fire." Yeah, we had many trending pairs. Euro was going down. Let me pull up the strength chart. So every day, I look at the strength chart referred to. So this is the strength chart from last Friday. I mean yesterday. So Euro was down. Euro was very weak. Pound was also very weak, and AUD was strong, and we had many trending pairs. The ups. Hold on, let me refresh. And yeah, so it was a wide open, like a Euro was bearish, and Thursday was also the same situation. Euro was the weakest one, and Pound is second weakest, and CAD was third weakest, and the strongest one was AUD, and also Swiss franc was strong, and USD was strong, and JPY was also relatively strong. And this continued actually throughout last week. From Monday to Friday, it was like this. So this pattern remained the same, and that's why I most likely traded Euro and AUD pairs, and Pound and AUD pairs. I didn't pay attention to USD, JPY, or CAD because they are in the middle, and the volatility is not that high when the lines are middle. So I pay attention always to these three currencies, AUD and Pound and Euro. And if you could focus on these three pairs last week, then you would have been made it so much profits. But this pattern may be different next week. So we have to monitor charts every day anyway. Alright, Ali says, Mr. K, I like to be in your trading group, but because of sanction against my government, Iran, we haven't access to international pay systems. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you for your interest to join my GTS. But yeah, you're always welcome whenever ready. Yeah, because this happens every 3 months, and next opening is April, and the next opening will be in July. So you can always join whenever you're ready. Yes, let's see. Mahardika says, Forex K, I have a simple question. When we measure candles to get a Kihon Suchi number in TradingView, when it says 9, actually 10 candles, including current candle. Is it true? Or is it just my TradingView only? That is true. That is true. Like when you count time cycles, for example, Euro, USD, let's say you take this high from this high on the 14th of January and the most recent high on the 10th of February. If you count the numbers in between, in TradingView, let's say you take this date range tool and you drag from this one exactly on this 14th January, and if you press the left click, if you left click it, then it says 0 bar. It says 0 bar, and if you drag all the way to the right, then it becomes 19. So you may think that from here to here, from this candlestick to this candlestick, this will be 19 bars, 19 candles, but it's not true. This is not true because this one is counted as 0, and the next one is counted as 1. Therefore, this is actually only 18, only actually 20 bars. 20 bars in between this one and this one, if you include this one as 1. So that's why the way you have to draw is not like this, but you have to draw from one previous, so that this one, the one on the 14th January, becomes 1 bar, like this. Let me freeze this one, and then you drag to the right, and you get the correct number of candles. So this is 20 actually, but this is a bit trick. This is 20, including this candlestick. Is how we calculate time cycles by Ichimoku. So it's a bit tricky in that sense. In TradingView, this counts as 0, and this is wrong in terms of Ichimoku. So make sure, be careful whenever you count time cycles. You have to count one previous, and then you get the correct time cycle intervals in this way. Okay, Prathis says, do you trade cryptos? No, I don't. I never traded cryptos before. All right, Asraf, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Welcome here in this live stream. All right, Khalid says, hey, are you in Dubai or Japan at the moment? I'm in Dubai right now. This is a downtown Dubai. On my left side is address downtown. It's a hotel apartment. And right below here, there's a fountain. I'm in Dubai. But I will be back in Japan in May, most likely. So I'm very excited to do it. Okay, so let's see. Mark, you're welcome. Sam says, I made fair pips this week. Thank you, K-Sensei. Next week, I think there could be retracement. Yeah, that's possible. When we see a huge trend like this, due to the news, due to what's happening in the world, when you see these overbought, oversold conditions, most likely next week, we see the engulfing candle inside bars, and the market loses the volatility. But we never know. It may continue to go down, so we'll see which way it goes. If it's fundamentals, like by the news, interest rate, or FOMC, or non-farm payrolls, or rate decisions, or CPI, any major news, if this was caused by the major news, then most likely next week will be range. But this was caused by the news, by the world news. So yeah, it may continue as market still think that it's a risk to hold euro, to keep holding euro and pound. This may continue. So we have to monitor charts every day. All right, Amit and Laser, good to see you. Val says, for a day trader, how do we can easily read the momentum according from a technical analysis when to exit the trade, especially in 1 hour time frame? Whatever time frame you use, you can exit. If you simply using the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, then the first exit will be the cross of Tenkan-sen. When the market reverses backwards and breaks Tenkan-sen, that's the quickest time for exit. But if you keep holding along with the midterm participants, then you can keep holding and exit after the Kijun-sen breakout. So it depends on which participants you are. If you are short-term participants, then you keep holding the trade as long as market's below the Tenkan-sen. So that's the essence of Ichimoku Kinko Hyo structure. Right, Ismail says, greetings K. This week the market was very volatile and choppy. How do you prevent getting chopped out knowing the direction of the trend using Ichimoku for better timing? Once I set the break even, then I leave chart for a couple of hours. And during this couple of hours, I don't really care whether the market retraces backwards or not. In a very short term, I don't really care. So as long as daily chart or the forward chart says down, then I keep trading the profits along the way. And that's one way to deal with the choppy situation. But if you enter the market and the market reverses backwards very soon, and then you better exit. And usually what I do is, if I lose 3 times per day, then I stay away and come back tomorrow. Because most likely the market choppy and it doesn't really work. So it's important when to trade, but more important thing is when not to trade. And when the market is volatile, you better be staying away, but you never know. But you can tell by these consecutive losses, or you can tell by the wicks on the candles. If you see wicks up and downward on candles previously, then most likely it's choppy and you better stay away. Sometimes it happens in the resistance support in the daily, weekly time frame where buyers and sellers fighting. So when you see that spiky, choppy market, you better stay away and come back tomorrow is my advice. All right, Asraf says, Kay, are you using MT5, MT4? I'm using MT5. Yeah, MT5 is my trading platform. I was using MT4 before, but now I'm using MT5. Mark says, cool, thank you, Kay. I need to monitor the chart more regularly. Yeah, we better monitor charts. Otherwise, we we might miss chance and we might not be able to capture the market situations correctly every day. So let's say I wake up in the morning and I screen charts like this, euro, starting from euro USD, all the way down to Swiss franc JPY. I screen charts, and if I don't trade, then I stay away and come back maybe 2-3 hours later and do the same. I screen from the top euro USD all the way down to Swiss franc JPY again, and if there's no opportunities, then I stay away and come back sometime later. But I do so every day because let's say Swiss franc JPY, it's ranging. To me, it's ranging. Kumo is up, but Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is kind of retracing backwards. So to me, it's flat right now, but we never know 2 or 3 hours later. It may break the resistance and it may go on up this way. And when I see this after a couple of hours later, then I look for the buy chance. So, or after 2-3 hours later, it may continue to be range, or it may retrace backwards. But we never know until we see the market. So that's why I screen charts manually with my eyes. And it doesn't take long. It takes only a few minutes for screening on these pairs. Pathish says, which videos should I go through to learn Ichimoku and trading strategy? The best way you can do is you can go to my webpage. The link is on below description. You can come to my webpage and scroll down a little bit, scroll down, and you see these playlists. So if you want to study my strategy, then you can watch this K's trading strategy. Or if you want to know about the Ichimoku Basics, more from the original books of Ichimoku, then you can watch this Ichimoku Basic lecture. If you're a newbie, then you can watch this must-watch for videos for the beginners, and you can watch mental techniques here and money management. So I have this playlist, so feel free to explore and see which one interests you. So I'm actually redoing the playlist right now because I have been talking about the candlestick patterns like yesterday in video, and I have a couple of other videos in the past where I talk about the price action and the candlesticks. So I'm actually creating that specific playlist. Some people are interested in the Tokyo box breakout strategy, so I might create the playlist for Tokyo box and put that here too. So this is kind of overall kind of rough selections, but I will be more specific on these topics so that you can exactly pick which one you want to watch. All right, Yunus says Ichimoku method, which one better, crossing Kijun Sen and Tenkan Sen or breakout the Kumo? Depends on the situation. If you see Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen cross above Kumo, that is very strong. But if you see dead cross Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen above Kumo, it's not trustable. So yeah, I would say Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen above Kumo, gold cross, or dead cross below Kumo is the strongest method. Okay, so let's see. 1000 Memory says, which pairs do you focus on? How can you scan for interesting setups? So yeah, like I mentioned before, every time I wake up in the morning, I screen chart from top to bottom, and I just check the daily chart and the forward chart situations to see which one trending and ranging. And when I capture the trending pairs in higher time frame, daily or 4, then I break it down to 1 or 30. And if I also see trending pairs in 130, then I look for the trailing edge in 5 minutes. And I explained all about this on this page, KTS Trading Strategy. So please feel free to access this page and get the basics of my strategy. Yeah, but basically I do it in a very simple way. It's not that complex and it's very simple, very simple. All right, Motsosi, good to see you. Thank you for joining. And Steven, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. It's been a while. Welcome back here. All right, let's see. Thousand Memory says, in your Euro USD example earlier, you showed support resistance levels. Do you have videos showing how you find them? Yeah, I think I have. Hold on, let me search on my YouTube. I think it's better to search here so that I can show you how I get this support and resistance. All right. Okay, hold on. Support. Okay, I think this is one of the videos that you want to watch. So let me share the link on the chat. Hold on. All right, here we go. I just posted a link on the chat, so you can watch this video and know which support is trustable and which support can be fake. This is how I identify these support resistances. Pratish says, what is your stop loss percentage and leverage? I use stop loss 2% of my asset. And I don't really care about the leverage. I only use leverage up to 20, but I value the risk per trade more than the leverage. I always manage the risk to stop loss 2% of my asset. Okay, Sloth says, Ichimoku question, do you always keep the same line length? If so, why? What do you mean by the same line length? You mean Kumo or Kijun-sen, or I'm not sure what you mean by the same line length. So if you can let me know, that would be great. Yeah, let's see. All right. Enter says, I'm very difficult to overcome stop loss on trading in wave. Okay, pairs. Euro AUD. Can you help me, Mr. K, get profit but the body fish continues? Basically, when the market reverses, you better exit. And you can always re-enter the market afterwards. So stop loss is just like a seatbelt. So, it happens to me always. Like sometimes, when you buy, or let's say Euro USD, maybe this is not a good example because it's kind of overshooting. But let me see. So for example, Euro AUD. Euro AUD has been downtrending right now. And you place a sell, but after placing sell, the market reverses backwards. And it hit the stop loss. And it happens many times for me too. But you have to exit with a rule. And if the market reverses, then simply exit with a very small loss and re-enter the market every time. And that's what I do, and that's what I make sure every time I exit with a loss. The losses are okay. I mean, you may think that losses are bad or losses are painful or stressful, but for me, losses are good in the sense that I continue to be winning in the future. Because if I don't lose, then I cannot win continuously. Losses are like the pushback on the anyway for myself. So, and losses are the part of the process, and it happens. I know it happens. So I think the way we look at the losses, or the way we consider about the losses, is more important than simply trying to be away from the losses. It's like, if you don't want to lose along the way, it's like saying that you don't want to pay at the grocery store, but get these groceries. We have to pay in order to get the groceries, and you get the joy by cooking it or by eating with a friend or family, and that's what it is. And you pay for it. So in trading, it's also the same. Like you have to pay, you have to take risk in order to get the returns. And there's always balance in between loss and win. But we can't keep losing, and that's why risk management becomes very important. And also psychology management too, also very important. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, I do see many comments now, but I'm sorry I have to go. So after I finish this live, after I end this live stream, I will come back your comments one by one, and I will enjoy your comments. I'm sorry I wasn't able to cover all these comments, but hopefully I will see you again tomorrow. I will be giving a weekly forecast for next week. So I hope to see you there. And for those who are Ichimoku members, I will see you soon in 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the membership live. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. And have a great weekend. All right, bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.